everybody. David Gibson, Jared Brown, and Ray Biles here for our H&M Landscape and Sprinkler post-game show. And Coach, a terrific victory over Columbus. 3 rounds into the playoffs, and you're pulling off a 62-13 win, Coach. Just get your initial thoughts on the game.
I thought the kids were prepared. I thought they did a tremendous job of executing a game plan. I thought our coaches staff did a great job of getting kids in the right place at the right time to make a play. And then, as part of our process as coaches, that's what we need to do. But then, the guys did a super job. I played with a tremendous amount of intensity, played a very physical brand of football, and couldn't be prouder of them.
Coach, in particular, really the first game I saw where it felt like we almost – not passed first, but we dominated throwing the football. And really one of the first times this season I felt like we went that route. Was that something that y'all saw that Columbus was going to do on defense? Did it just sort of work out that way? A terrific game from Ryan Abel.
Yeah, Ryan did. He had a nice ball game. Dave, that's a good question. And quite honestly, I think Coach Hoffman does a tremendous job of looking the whole field over. And we're going to take what they give us. And if we get the right matchup, whether it's a 2-on-2 situation or 1-on-1, then he's not afraid to pull the trigger on that, obviously, and let these guys go make plays. So if, the box is light, we've got a very good offensive line and we've got some great running backs that are running tremendously hard right now. So, you can mix and match it, but we're going to take what they give us. And then there's some days that, hey, somebody's hot, feed them the rock and let's go. So anyway, but that's kind of the way we approach it. But we've, it's not set, we've got to throw 40% of the time and run it 60. We have no idea what's going to happen when that ball snaps, but we'll just take what they give us and don't be greedy. Just take the little chunks because we've got some guys that the small things can turn into real big things in a hurry.
Syntex Pond boasts the highest quality customer service in the pond business. Syntex Pond loans more than the competition and has great retail prices on used goods. With locations in Waco, Temple, and now Hewitt, Syntex Pond is there when you need them. Visit 801 East Waco Drive in Waco or 1402 West Adams Avenue in Temple and the brand new location at 520 North Hewitt Drive. Customer service, higher loans, and great retail prices. That's Syntex Pond. Did you know that half of Americans who use mail-order pharmacy miss their medications due to late delivery? Well, Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt offers all the conveniences of the large corporate pharmacies, but also offers fast, friendly service and the convenience of a local drive-thru and free delivery. Free delivery! If you are in need of a flu shot, now is the perfect time to visit Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt with no appointment necessary. Come by 511 North Hewitt Drive or call us at 254-666-5000. Stop waiting on the mail. Try Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt and let us take the frustration out of your pharmacy experience today.
Obviously, 62 points, you're looking at that and you're going, wow. I think, obviously, after your defense did score one of those touchdowns and really just played one of their most dominating games of the season, both against the run and the pass. Just kind of talk about just the defensive performance as a whole from Friday.
Well, I think you're right. I thought those guys did a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage and in a lot of situations keeping Columbus playing behind the sticks. It was 2nd and long, 3rd and long. Now the pressure's on them. And, again, we were doing a very good job of getting a 4-man rush and putting pressure on the quarterback. Coach Snodgrass so deemed to bring an extra backer or somebody into that package, so be it. But I think part of the process for us is that we have to put pressure on the quarterback. The quicker he has to get rid of the football, the less time you have to cover a whole bunch of people running around out there, and it just works that way very well. But I thought our kids in the secondary did a tremendous job. I don't care whether you're Pop Water or NFL, you pick off 5 balls, you've had a great night.
Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs are focused on meeting the needs of small to medium independent businesses. With expertise in strategic accounting and tax services, Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs will provide you with the structure planning, estate planning, compliance, and accounting your business needs. Put the experts to work for you. Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs PLLC. Call 432-682-0963 or go online at dhc-pca.net.
We've talked about Joe Gutshaw and kind of him Joe being Joe and sometimes can dominate that line of scrimmage. It seemed like he was pressuring the quarterback. And then when he's able to do that, I think you mentioned it allows the other defensive linemen as well as the linebackers the ability to make plays.
No, that's true. I mean, in pass protection, our opponents have to decide how they're going to handle Joe because he can bull rush over a guy. But he's extremely quick, unbelievably good hands and good feet for a guy that size. Most people have to scheme a way to keep 49 out of the backfield. And then, if your attention's entirely locked on him, like we mentioned, we have so many other guys that can make plays because they're so quick, incredibly quick. We've got receivers and running backs across the line with, Casey Pitts, Rhett Hansen, Cameron Brock. I mean, just got guys that can go. So, they do change the line of scrimmage quite often, pushing people backwards, forcing backs to bounce the ball to the outside. Those linebackers are doing a good job of fitting in there. Braylon Henry's done a tremendous job. I thought Colton Ferguson had a good night as well.
For over 40 years, CF Supply Inc. has been serving the interior commercial construction industry needs of Texas. We are a quality supplier of drywall, metal framing, Armstrong acoustical ceilings, joint compound, and commercial wood and metal door openings. We are also a proud distributor of major brands such as Armstrong Ceiling Systems, Schlage, Von Duprin, Sargent, Corbin Russwin, and LCN. Contact CF Supply Inc. today for all of your interior construction needs. You'll find us online at cfsupplyinc.com. Build with CF Supply.
In this game, and really for most of the season, that the defense's open field tackling has really been really seen that as an improvement this year. What do you attribute the improvement to that open field tackling to?
Well, no doubt. I mean, our guys do that. We have drills and things that they work on that. And, we can use the sideline as the extra guy, pin them into the sideline, get them out of bounds, whatever we've got to do. But kids take a great amount of pride in being athletic, and we like to think we can win the one-on-one situations. If we've got the ball in the open field one-on-one, our back receiver needs to, I can beat this guy. And the same thing if we're in a one-on-one situation out there on defense, the worst thing that we need to do is hang on until we get help, but we can't whiff. That's never a good thing. But I think it's a good point. I think those guys have done a great job of wrapping, hanging on and stripping them and punching the ball out. Jackson Generals punched the kickoff return out of a guy's arm there. And all of a sudden we're set up on the 13-yard line, in the second, right after the game got started. But again, little technique things like that these guys are doing that I think do make a tremendous difference.
When you're faced with an auto repair, all you really want is to be treated fairly and to have it done right the first time. Well, Lorena's own Jesse Britt has been doing just that for over 20 years. Jesse Britt's Automotive is a full-service repair shop that can handle any of your automotive needs. Jesse's highly trained staff handles both foreign and domestic repairs, offers competitive pricing, and 100% customer satisfaction. Jesse Britt's Automotive even offers a free shuttle service to help ease your burden while you wait. So the next time you are faced with an auto repair, trust Jesse Britt to treat you fairly and to do it right the first time. Jesse Britt's Automotive, where they discount the price, not your service.
Speaking of one-on-one situations, Colton Dale was not necessarily a lot of times someone over the top with him, but he's in a one-on-one situation, and more often than not, he seems to be making the play. How much better does that make your defense when you have a guy like Colton and Casey Taylor and the other cornerbacks like that you can put on an island and they can make that one-on-one play?
Oh, you nailed it. Those cornerbacks, sometimes they do get put on an island. They're out there because we use our safeties quite a bit for running gap fill and things like that. So our safeties, a lot of times they're involved in the run game, and those corners have no choice but to be one-on-one. I think that one of the things that I think we've made as a football team an awful lot of improvement from last season, and then as well as the beginning of this season, is our cornerbacks aren't afraid to go one-on-one with anybody. I think they're doing a great job because as soon as that happens, folks are either going to run a slant or they're going to run a go, one of the two. And our guys work on jumping those routes every day, and I think they've done a tremendous job of just playing defense. And you get the pick, you get the pick. Just make sure he doesn't get the football. But, they have a lot of confidence too. And I think that's a huge part. You can't play that position and be afraid to make a mistake. Just things happen. So it's going to happen on Sunday afternoon in the NFL. I mean, things happen. So, but those kids play recklessly out there from the standpoint they're not worried about, oops, you can't worry about that. You just got to go make plays. And again, whether it's Dale or whether it's Taylor or whether it's Jaden Porter out there, whoever that happens to be at the corner spot. We've got several guys, and they're doing a tremendous job.
H&M Landscape and Sprinkler is your one-stop shop for turning your dream vision for the environment outside of your home or business into a reality. From laying sod and installing sprinklers to the finer beautifying touches and year-round maintenance, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler can do it all. Whether you are looking to sell your home, attract more customers, or beautify your home to enjoy with family and friends, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler has the skill and expertise to get the job done just the way you want. Visit them online at hmlandscapeandsprinkler.com or call 254-732-6818. That's H&M Landscape and Sprinkler.
Coach, you guys had a terrific following down there in San Marcos. Your thoughts when you turn around, you look up and you see all that red and black behind you guys?
Well, it makes a difference. It really does, because when that crowd gets active and they get loud, those kids feed off of that. I think of anything worse than have to play in an empty stadium, so that would be horrible. And, I can't say enough about the way our people follow our kids. They support our kids. Win, lose, tie, or draw. They're out there with us, doing everything they can to help these guys. And, that goes all the way back to, our Lorena Athletic Association and the parents and everything else that have just, put an awful lot of time in to give us a chance to continue this process. So there's so many people I could thank, but, to all those people that made the, 2-hour drive down to San Marcos in the traffic, on Black Friday. Thank you so much.
Coach, you're in the fourth round of the playoffs for the first time since 2009. You put 62 on the board. Your defense had 5 interceptions and a pick 6, and you held a really good team, a top 10 ranked team, to 13 points. How do you guys continue to get better, and in an effort to keep playing?
Well, great question. And one of the key things that I talked to the kids immediately after the game was over is, hey, let's have fun, celebrate. This is a tremendous win, but we've got an opportunity on Monday to get better. And a lot of teams in the state of Texas are not going to have the opportunity Monday to get better. Tuesday, we can be better than Monday. And we're not talking about winning or losing. We're talking about what do we have to do to get better, because we've already had that discussion. Is everybody's good at this point, but the team that's going to win it all is going to be the best team. And our goal at some point in the season is to be the best team in 3A Division I. So, to do that, are we there yet? I don't believe our kids believe we are, and that's good. As long as they stay humble, as long as we stay urgent to the moment and do what we can do, control right now, we got a shot.
All right. Well, certainly best of luck in preparation, and, certainly best of luck this Friday against a good Diboll Lumberjack team.
I've been shopping at Bankston's for about 6 years. I like to go to Bankston's because it's a good time for me and my son to bond together.
Everyone who works at Bankston's is very knowledgeable in comic books or sports or video games, and that's really important, is just getting to go there and talk to people, and they know what they're talking about.
I like to shop at Bankston's because I like collecting football cards, and they have everything that I like.
It's a really unique place around here. There's not many other places like it.
What do games, sports memorabilia, and collectibles have to do with the best morning menu in the great state of Texas? You can find them all under the same roof at Butter My Biscuit Cafe. Owner Lee Bankston has built a menu around her hot, fresh, always handmade biscuits that really is the best around. Butter My Biscuit Cafe is waiting for you 7 to 2 Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturdays. Whether it's games, sports memorabilia, or simply the best breakfast brunch around, treat yourself to the place food critics and families are raving about. That's Butter My Biscuit Cafe.
Hello, everybody. David Gibson, Jared Brown, and our Joe Pack player of the game from last week. We're here on the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler postgame show.
Thanks so much. We're joined by Lorena linebacker and sometimes running back Braylon Henry. Braylon, I know you're getting ready for a tough Diboll team this week. We want to kind of just go back a little bit, back to last Friday and the Columbus game, a big win for you guys coming in. Columbus, a ranked team. You guys, a ranked team. I know there was a lot of talk about that game across the state. So just want to get your thoughts on that game and just your performance overall.
I knew going into that week that we're playing Columbus, and I knew I had to step up on the field. So I was getting my mind ready every day at practice. I was telling my guys that we got to pick it up, and we don't come this far just to end it. So
Sure. And you specifically, a big game, tied for the team lead with 9 tackles, and then the 2 interceptions. Obviously, the 1 interception off the kind of the tip to from Colton Dale to you, and then the other one kind of in the middle of the field where you use your athleticism to kind of jump up and pick the pass off. Just talk about those interceptions, what you saw, and just how well you and the other guys on the defense worked together.
The first pick I had when Colton was with the guy, I was like, please tip it to me. I was like, please, or I was like, in my head, I had 2 choices, either come on, Colton, catch the ball, or pick or tip it to me, and I'll take it from here. But the second one, Drew actually helped me with that. He was like, he came down to me before the play. He was like, watch the dig route, watch the dig route. And I was like, all right. And he read it. He knew it. So I was like, thank you after that.
And it seems like you're, with the way the defense is playing, obviously offense scores 62 points, and a lot of people see that. But I think we look at a Columbus team that had come in scoring a lot of points. I think their offensive line had a lot of confidence coming into this game, and you guys really kind of dispelled that quickly. Look at the defensive line, Joe, Bax, Cody Thorne, Camden, all those guys were getting pressure all day. How does that help you guys as linebackers that, be able to come in and keep those blocks off of y'all and allow you to make the tackles?
It actually helps a lot because they usually double team Joe and Cody, and it opens up gaps that we can run through, or the Baxter and Brock, they make it bounce outside where it's easier for us to make a tackle.
Have driveway problems? Look no further than the Driveway Company. We deliver the highest level of professional service and care for each and every customer. We're trained, courteous, and take pride in our finished results. If you have a driveway, patio, pool, or other concrete problem, do what hundreds of other customers have already done. Trust the experts and schedule an appointment today to find out what the Driveway Company can do for you.
Braylon, I grew up and I'm still a lifelong Baylor fan. So I've watched your dad play during his time at Baylor, and was obviously a big fan of his toughness that he ran with. And but I'm curious for you. You're as a young man, you're at the same school that your dad played at when he led them to a state championship, and now you're in this situation where you have an opportunity to really impact the team and lead them to a state championship. That's incredibly rare that would happen at the same school. I just wonder what your thoughts are and what kind of conversations you have with your dad about this moment.
Actually, every day he actually is like, what does the team look like? What does the team look like? And we just watch film sometimes together, talking about like what we could do or what we could do. And we really just talk, and like, he don't really talk about his college career much. He just talks about his high school, but that's about it. We just talk about film and like what I could get better on.
What does it mean to you to be able to wear the same number as your dad at Lorena?
I feel like I'm repping someone who's already been through this, and I feel like it's good. And I feel like it's a good thing that I'm doing this and that we're doing this. And I feel great that we could go to get a state championship.
All the all-state players have their jerseys on the wall. So I'm wondering, like, do you walk by that and see that and think about it at all?
When we're lifting, it like keeps me going and saying like I need to keep pushing through, because sometimes I feel like I don't want to like lift, but I look up on the wall and it's like he did this and look where he was. So it just motivates me to get better every day.
So the Joe Pack Player of the Game Award was established by a guy named Billy Rutherford. Billy played here in kind of right after your dad did in the early 90s. Joe Pack was a teammate of his, who was a very selfless player, played every play like it was his last. That kind of embodies who we want to give the award to each week. Obviously, you talking about Drew helping you on the one interception, and then Colton also, and then kind of giving the credit to the defensive line. Just really embodies who Joe was and what we look for when we award this each week. So for the Columbus game, you're the Joe Pack Player of the Game award winner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep, Braylon Henry, the future state champion and this week's Joe Pack Player of the Game award. Congratulations, Braylon. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
My name is Riley Walker. I am not only a freshman at Lorena High School, but owner of Riley's Cookie Company. I got to turn my favorite hobby into a business. I create customizable sugar cookies. Are you looking for a sweet way to personalize your next special event? Contact Riley's Cookie Co. on Facebook or Instagram to place your order. I look forward to working with you.